common denominator.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Hey, I guess it's Sunday fun day. What's going on? Got cryptos on defensive. We did just have a quick $700 rally in Bitcoin last 15 minutes or so. Ethereum about 90 off the low. So I'm going to wait here a second. What I'm going to do is I usually do a weekend review about stocks and bonds, precious metals. I'm pretty busy here, so I'm going to start this broadcast off with a quick 5 or 10 minutes going over the weekend review instead of writing it. Then I'll send that out to everybody. So I'm going to make that in the first part right here, right now. And then we'll just go to general questions, whatever, talk about Elliott Wave, some different things. So that's what I'm going to do. So in front of us is a Wyckoff Wave. Again, you can sign up for the free weekend review at wyckoffsmi.com. This is the Wyckoff Wave. We had a sell a week ago Tuesday. The Dow stayed firm for a week or so and then came into big selling Thursday, Friday. Technometer still 46.3. So definitely not saying a low is coming. So I think we're still headed lower in stocks in general. This is our intraday Wyckoff Wave with the OP, which is volume. You can see here that mostly moving in lockstep, so nothing major to report there. This here is the, hold on a second. That's the Wyckoff Wave Growth Index. Again, we was a seller up here a week ago Tuesday, so I warned that the uptrend would be broken. We had an overbought technometer down here at the lower right. We could bounce here up to the 69.50 level, I think, and give us a short-term reprieve. Otherwise, I still think we're headed lower. Here's the SPY. Again, the sell marked on the chart, broke the uptrend line, had a nice overbought technometer, which gave us the sell. We had said we'd try to pick that top, and we did to the day. So happy about that. We are long the SDS, which is a short ETF. The one thing you can see, technometer down here at 39.5, that would be normally a bounce level. So again, we might try to bounce before we continue lower. But I think stock market still has some issues, maybe still higher interest rates. Margin debt, I mentioned over and over, was too high. Average investor is too long, etc. Here's a TLT, which I bought at the same time. We did have some losses. We covered the majority of that on Thursday and Friday. So I think we can still bounce here, but I'm not happy with the way bonds are acting. Whether it's inflation expectations, I think it's risk levels mostly. People were buying 100-year bonds. I read some of those that came out in the last few months are already down 15% on a 100-year bond holding. So not much safety in bonds at the moment. Here's a GDX, which I've been short since the red sell. It's been a long, drawn-out process. I kept talking about a markdown coming. We did finally get that. So again, this is perfect Wyckoff. Everybody was bullish up here at this buying climax. You had some pretty big volume coming in, and I had stated that that was probably a top, and then did get short for that. So we are long the dust, which is really short the miners. So it looks like there's more to go on the downside. I mean, we are oversold, but we're in a markdown phase, so you would expect that. So I think metal's still lower. and this is the dollar. I'm long here with some losses. I did mention last week we had this divergence. OP hit a new low, while price didn't. Oversold technometer, so we're getting the bounce off of that now. I would think we'll meet resistance up there at that 24.80. Dollar being a little more firmer here, again, keeps some pressure on crypto, which is what we've been talking about, and what has happened. Then real quick, we're going to show, this is the SDS, the double short SPY. We bought that down here to 1126. Technometer's close to overbought. We're going to let this one run. Again, maybe a little pullback here, but I think more profits to be made being short stocks. So that's kind of it for the quick weekend review. Let's go back to crypto charts. This is the Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index, which I've shown a few times. A 40 technometer has given us perfect buy signal, so let's look at that real quick. This is something I've just been trying to put together and try to follow. So 40 technometer has picked some lows. We're at 43 and change now, so telling us not to buy on a longer term picture yet, but we will watch that. If we look at these readings were taken about an hour ago when Bitcoin was at 43.7 or so. So we are about $700 higher. Here is Bitcoin Bitfinex 39.5, which you can see is as oversold as he was back here when we was at 30,000. So definitely not as much risk buying here. The OP had went to a new low compared to even the $30,000 level. So if you're not worried about a little bit more drawdown, you could nibble here versus buying up at 56,000 where we gave our sell. The technometer was at 50 when Bitcoin was 56,200. First time it had reached that, so that warned us that we could have sideways to lower. That happened. And here's Bitcoin USD consolidated volume from 140 exchanges. Technometer 40.6, which again is in a bull market, is close to being probably oversold. We're going to talk about how this looks. I mean, we could be doing a spring here, so I also think it's going to matter what stocks are doing here in 3 hours. They might be getting word the stocks are going to open higher. So Bitcoin's trying to rally a little bit here, would be my guess. I don't know what stocks are looking like right now for the 5 o'clock opening in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Bitcoin USDT consolidated technometer 42.3. Again, not at a buy level. So that's why we haven't really issued buys across the board. Hopefully the low wasn't just made, but that is a possibility. Let's go back and look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at Bitcoin Bitfinex intraday volume because I'd mentioned last night just in the chat question channel that the OP was heading down and price was trying to hold, even though we did go to a new low overnight. You'll see that here. You can see lower right, pretty big sell-off in volume down to this low that we just made, while price is really just making minor new lows. So, you know, then as you can tell from the volume going back the whole month, you've had volume and really a steep sell-off on Bitfinex. So somewhere here you're going to have selling lighten up. So maybe the miners are done selling, at least short term. This could be the first A wave down of a big correction to, let's say, 39,000. Stimulus being passed, I would think would help stocks and crypto short term, give us a bounce. Here's Bitcoin USD consolidated. Volume here is going to be basically about the same. Had some selling coming in. So once again, here is a previous low here at 45,000 or so. So you can see volume definitely in a steep downtrend while price is holding. So I think that's telling us that there's still institutions buying, possibly into retail getting clobbered on margin longs, etc. I knew there's a big number that margin longs were excess. I try to sleep some, but yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep sometimes. So that again, kind of friendly, internal. Bitcoin USDT, not quite as bad. Again, for anybody new, volume's coming in from about 140 exchanges on the software, so we're getting a good read on volume. And same thing here, you can see 3 new lows here, and price is really struggling to go down. So I think that's telling us we're still trying to make some type of low here, and we might be headed to new highs ultimately, or this might be the wave A of a triangle or the wave A of a flat, etc., which I'll show here in a minute. Let's look at Ethereum. It's gotten clobbered since that 1950 when our Bitcoin went to a sell. I wasn't friendly on Ethereum up there 2000. We talked about that in the Discord. Patreon.com/learncrypto. You're going to want to join that tonight after midnight so you don't get double charged, because we have nothing to do with the billing, but that's what happens. So after midnight, March 1, join us and get a good month for $40. Here again, Ethereum. Let me bring this up a little bit so you can see it. Pretty big selling in Ethereum, going back all month. Somewhere here we're going to make a low. Not sure we're there yet. Now let's go to, let's look at some Elliott wave counts. I told you I'm getting ready to be made an affiliate educator with Elliott Wave, so I own WyckoffSMI.com, but I do know Elliott Wave. I put a lot of Elliott Wave roadmaps after we have some Wyckoff buy and sell signals. So that's what I'm going to show here. We go to the 4 hour. Let's look at, I'd call this 5th wave high. I got too many charts here. So, you know, again, support's down here at 32,000. So we could be looking at a large ABC down. So that was, we're mopping up kind of the first A wave down. This could be what could be in store for us if stocks stay on the defensive for a few months, which I've talked about. Stocks could be correcting the rally from March from the COVID lows. So we could have 2 or 3 months of selling in stocks. So, and Bitcoin's been ultra strong. So Bitcoin might come clear back here to, you know, maybe a 54,000, get everybody excited, and then still succumb to some major selling when stocks turn down. So that's something we'll look at. I showed this count Friday where we could have done a 1-2. We were ready to drift lower. That's still a possibility if we don't hold these gains that we just made in the last 30 minutes. That would mean there's more downside to, let's say, 39,000, 38,000. The lows aren't in. Again, my technometers are close to a buy, but not there. Definitely not there if we're doing a bigger wave 4 sell-off. So if this count is right, probably this isn't correcting all of this advance, so we need more downside. Like I showed, the ABC going down to more like 32,000. Or we could be working on a triangle at some point. The most bullish count is we're making a wave 4 low here and going to new highs. I had shown that as a possibility, but since I did not get a buy signal, that one goes to the back of the list. Now we've got Ethereum. We kind of zoom into this. You can see here on the blue, we had 5 waves down into this red A low, a B wave ABC, and then another 5 waves down into the red C low. So an ABC down in Ethereum could be complete at the low we made at 1300 a few hours ago. Another possibility is we had a triangle here and we've done an ABC down. If that's the case, you could count this as only a 1-2 down out of the triangle, so there's still more downside to 1175, 1200, which is the number I've thrown around for this decline. So that means, again, A down, B sideways, and we're working on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And the 1, 2 probably just got behind us 10 minutes ago. And now we got more downside coming. So we're still in cash across the board. Got some small cap positions on. Some of those that came back nicely here to give us some more entry. A few names we're looking at that Nick's on is BNB, Cake, Bake, SXP, Zen, ADA will be interesting. So stay tuned for that. Litecoin. We got support on Litecoin back at the previous triangle, which is what this is what I've been showing. This is a wave for support back around 125, mattering where you called this low, 125 or 140. We have getting close to that, so not sure the count on Litecoin. This could be a completed ABC. Litecoin's been much weaker. So different ways to count this. I'm going to lean more that there's a little more downside coming down towards that 125. Again, I think it matters what stocks are going to do here at 5 o'clock and also what they're going to do early in the week. So I showed the technometer readings on stocks. Some of them look like we're due for a little bit of a bounce, but otherwise it looks like we have lower. The dollar I showed looks like it could work higher. So I still think we're in some type of correction mode. Yes, you get my calls on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Once in a while I'll throw in a few more. You do get general stock market calls, so I might give you, I gave the SDS and I gave the TLT, I gave the GDX, etc. If you want individual stock ideas, you've got to join Patreon for $40 and then pay extra $20 at wyckoffsmi.com. If you just want stock ideas, go to wyckoffsmi.com and do the $40 Pro Traders. And do not do the patreon.com Learn Crypto. So you kind of got two choices there. So that's kind of the majors. Again, BNB got under a little bit of pressure here in the last week or so after Bitcoin topped out. Nick caught this one from 21 to 28, sold like 270, bought at 201, sold at 226, and we're kind of debating here where we're going to enter again. But that was a big home run. That was a 10x. I've made some money in Bake, Cake, SXP. Those are ones still at some point here could be due for some recoveries. So we'll be watching those. What's up, Tom? So that's pretty well a quick rundown. Fast and furious. Bitcoin 44,360. Ethereum 1392. Tesla's one that if it stays weak probably keeps a little pressure on Bitcoin. Let's look at that. No, I'm going to have to reload. Hold on a second. Well, that's not working. Hold on. Bring that back in here. What's up, Gary? Long time no see in here, but actually appreciate having me into your Zoom call. I guess last Friday morning, maybe it was. Here's Tesla. I talked about this breaking down up here when it was 840, 805. So technometer near neutral, but again, maybe a bounce or so. I think Tesla's still going to work a little bit lower. Amazon, I mentioned that being looking like a little bit of distribution or at least a move back to the bottom of the range. So we're working on that. Again, we got an oversold technometer. So maybe could bounce here for a few days. I still think lower. Don't be a Gary. I still got to find that picture. I got to remember to do that. So Chris the Ish, I've showed this before. Learn crypto merchandise at learncryptomerch.com. They got mugs over there, t-shirts, mask, Pork Blaster t-shirt. You gotta love the t-shirt. Let me run a quick disclaimer. Again, I am a registered investment advisor, so I do gotta do what I do to keep things straight here. Do your own research, not individual investment advice for stocks or crypto.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
All right. Hit the like button, share. Bitcoin sitting here at 44.4. So if you're underinvested, probably put a little bit of money to work here. There's probably risk to 39,000 still. I think it'll matter what happens here in the next few hours and also what happens in stocks at the 5 o'clock opening. So that's all I got. I'm going to go. I got to get a bunch of orders ready. We do manage assets in stocks and crypto. And we've got the patreon.com/learncrypto. No real questions. Everyone's chilling on a Sunday. $44,250. So personally, I'm hoping for a little bit more sell-off because again, I think there's risk still in the stocks here. So I don't think we want to get too anxious, but we shall see. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to run the usual couple advertisements to keep the lights on, explaining our crypto Discord and also the private client group. Yields, I mean, I know Thursday, Friday, there was a ton of selling, risk off on long-term bonds. People probably overextended, taking too much risk, feeling some pain. So higher interest rates, I think, are coming, which ruins a lot of parties. So maybe a little further bounce here on bonds, but I think that's the fly in the ointment as we move forward. Stocks could be making a major top here. Right now I'm saying we're going to correct the rally from March. It could get a lot worse. I know Elliott Wave International is calling that we're ending the bull market up here for the last few decades. So there's a lot of selling coming in. So I'm not sure. I think a normal sell-off in stocks, I think, keeps crypto down. I think they're both risk-on, risk-off assets. If stocks really collapse, maybe money would come back to Bitcoin as a safe haven. So we'd have to be careful about that. So those are things we'll watch. Again, if Bitcoin can't hold these little gains in the last hour or two, I think we'll continue to drain lower. the stocks open higher, then maybe Bitcoin will try to rally some here. So underinvested by a little bit. Otherwise, I think we're going to wait on the sidelines still a little bit longer. So that's all I got. Here's a couple commercials. Probably see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, same bat time. Later.
You'll want to gain access to our private Discord channel. By subscribing to our pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com, you'll receive individual stock suggestions based upon the Wyckoff method, review possible trade setups, as well as receive emails when any trade suggestions are given. But if you're too busy to manage your own stock portfolio, consider our private client group at our registered investment advisor, Black Bay Capital Advisors. You'll get the personal touch while we manage your stock portfolio for you through the trusted custodian, Charles Schwab. For an annual fee, you'll have more time to enjoy life while we focus on growing your portfolio. We'll be on the same side of the table, working to help you secure your long-term financial goals.
Warren Buffett, American investor, business tycoon, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." But how is that possible? Well, knowledge is power. In 2020, it is no longer news that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the digital future. Bitcoin's stability amidst unprecedented global economic impacts from COVID-19 has proven once again that crypto is here to stay. Learning how to trade, when to trade, and where to trade crypto assets can make the difference between success and failure. At LearnCrypto.io, we offer a pathway to sustainable and lifelong wealth by helping open-minded beginners and experienced traders navigate the thin ice of the cryptocurrency markets. Live shows, interviews, coin reviews, fundamental analysis, predictive trading bots, and open chat access to a community of real traders. These are just a few of the benefits you'll receive with a membership on patreon.com/learncrypto. Sign up today if you strive to build yourself a brighter tomorrow.
Are you trading or investing in the fast-moving and exciting cryptocurrency markets? If so, you need to learn how to identify primary trading opportunities by implementing the Wyckoff trading methods, which was created by world-renowned stock speculator Richard D. Wyckoff. This online course teaches all you need to know to increase your returns while minimizing your risk using the Wyckoff trading method. Over 915 students have enrolled in the course since its launch in late 2017. LearnCrypto.io is owned and operated by Wyckoff SMI, also known as Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, which has been an authority on the Wyckoff trading method for over 85 years. Founded by Richard Wyckoff in the 1930s, Wyckoff Stock Market Institute has owned the rights of the Wyckoff trading course since the beginning. Take advantage today of this excellent course and begin reaping the rewards of a time-tested method from the grandfather of technical analysis, Richard D. Wyckoff.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.
Let's see.